Federal High Court sitting in Zamfara State has declined the request for an ex parte order backed by a faction of the chairman of the People's Democratic Party Governors Forum, Governor Bala Mohammed, to hold the party's National Executive Council meeting. The group approached the court for an order to hold the NEC meeting as the party's factional crisis deepened. Ruling on the case, Justice Salim Ibrahim declined the request. ATN reported earlier that a faction of the People's Democratic Party, led by Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, had approached the court seeking an ex parte order to hold the party's National Executive Council meeting. Some governors elected on the platform of the PDP, led by Mohammed, had earlier moved to remove acting national chairman Ambassador Omar Damagum. The move deepened the crisis in the party as some stakeholders, especially those loyal to the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, opposed the move. The Federal High Court in Abuja has also issued an order barring the party from removing Damagum. The suit by Mohammed's faction was filed at the Federal High Court in Zamfara State. What do you have to say of these developments in PDP in Damzi?
Yes, I will start by applauding the judiciary again. I think our judges are beginning to wake up because Nigerians have opined severally that they keep giving conflicting judgments. We see conflicting judgment from courts of equal jurisdiction. But I thank God the Federal High Court in Zamfara, they have acted with wisdom. They have done the right thing, knowing that a Federal High Court in Abuja has said, no, you cannot tamper the seat of Damagu at this point because the National Executive Committee ratified that position and said Damagu should hold brief until they do the National Congress. So all this rigmaroling, trying the back door to cause confusion in the party by Bala Mohammed and co. should be discouraged. Because at this point, what the PDP need this period is healing. The PDP needs sincere reconciliation. PDP needs the strong men in the party to be honest with themselves that prior before now, this party almost went docile. A man rose up, funded this party, rallied around party men to bring in this party together again. Sometime a colleague was arguing that Atiku played a major role in the formation of the PDP through the PDM, Yaradua machinery and all that. We are not disputing all that. What we are saying is, a man who bettered a child and abandoned the child, and someone else picked up that child, bettered that child, trained that child in school, and made sure that child become responsible in the society. Will such a man be abandoned? Will such a man be disregarded? Look at the crisis in the PDP. The genesis of the crisis. Some have said the crisis began when Amechi and co. left the party. Yes, that was a first leg of the crisis. But at some point it was contained until the bigger thing happened. What was the bigger thing that happened? That the party agreed to zone a ticket to the south. And they turn around again and return it to the north. And a man woke up and said, no, you can't treat Southerners like this. We are rejecting this. And he made it known from the beginning that this move you made, you will have consequences. And that consequences is what we see today. The PDP is still jostling, battling to recover from that ill decision they took by not allowing a Southern candidate fly the flag of the PDP. That is the problem, truth be told. So now, Damagu holding brief for Ayu Because of IU's removal and all that, they saw the need to allow Damagum, who is also from the same region, to hold brief till the expiration of the tenure. And NEC have ratified that till the Congress. So why now try other court processes to hold NEC just to remove Damagum? I mean, it's very wrong. What they are doing is wrong, and we strongly advise that parties like people like Bala Mohammed should maintain decorum and allow the party leadership flow accordingly, instead of trying court processes that are not proper. So I hail the judge.
One would wonder, Damagum, with some leaders from the Northwest, paid a visit to Bala Mohammed, and they had a closed-door session. And after that, Bala Mohammed came out to address the press and the public, and he said that he was highly elated by the visit by Omar Damagum and other dignitaries, bigwigs from the north. And he said that moving forward, as far as he's concerned, that PDP is no longer factionalized. They are going to move ahead with one voice. They are going to work towards the peace of the PDP and all of that. And then suddenly this underhanded move. One would say, if you look at it from another perspective, this NEC has been postponed before. So why can't the NEC meeting hold? But of course, there will be a need for lobbying to be done. And probably if Damagum fails right now, I've not lobbied enough. I am not yet sure that the outcome of this NEC meeting, if it is convened right now, is going to favor me. He is using his position as the chairman to do what he needs to do. However, the PDP Governors Forum, on the other hand, are insisting, the Bala-led faction are insisting this must go on. But that, which still comes back to what the visit of Damagum to Bala Mohammed and the statement of Bala Mohammed that there is no more faction. And he gave the impression that whatever friction he had with Damagum, they've resolved it, and now they are moving ahead as with one voice. But however, this action appears to be speaking differently.
Yes, you see, the whole thing boils down on character. You see, so many people in position of trust in Nigeria today lack character. How can a leader of such, a governor of a state, a senior man in PDP, after having a closed-door meeting with the embattled national chairman, you come up on a national TV, you tell Nigerians that the crisis is over, no more factions in party, that they are okay with Damagum till whenever NEC will meet sometime in November to hold NEC meeting to ratify Congress and all that. Then you turn around again without conferring with the man and other leaders of the party. You and your faction run to Zamfara to get a judgment behind. So, it's just about character. It's just about honesty. People who say a thing and don't keep to terms. It's a problem. The leadership, the kind of leadership we have today is a type that have decided not to honor the social contract they have with the populace. It's a type of leadership that is so adamant to the cry of the people. They don't care what happened. What they want is to cling to power and to remain in power. But I thank God for the courts once more. The courts is beginning to redeem its own reputation. So that is to say, our cry, God is beginning to hear the cry of Nigerians, using the judiciary to resolve some of these issues.
All right.